where we've got ahead of us. As you just seen from the time lapse, we're picking up from literally minutes from my yard. Yeah, that time lapse just started from pulling out my yard. We're there, well, pretty much. So we're going to pick up two 20-foot boxes from here. We're going to take them up to Hoddesdon, which is just up the A10. It's about, well, we'll be there in an hour-ish. Windscreen is absolutely filthy. Bugs, God knows what. I think we get the lorry wash later. Yeah, at the minute, all we've got planned is just that one job. I dare say he'll find us something else to collect on the way back. Although I've got a horrible feeling it's going to be from around by Blackwall Tunnel, London. But we shall see. We've also got, coming up in the vlog, a couple of guest appearances. Well, a couple of other truck vloggers. They've done a couple of little short clips for me, which you'll get to see them in a bit. But until then, let's go and get loaded. Let's get on with it. Right then, that's us all loaded. Just trying out a couple of different angles. I should try and get, well I will, at some point throughout this vlog, I'll get a time lapse from back there, facing backwards when I'm empty. That should come out really well. I'm going to try and play with a few different mounting points, camera angles. Yeah, just mix it up a little bit, make it a bit different rather than just the same two views every single time. So strangely, this place we're going to, I've just found out that there's another company that left there where we just loaded. There was another company that had gone in for two for the same place. He's 10 minutes ahead of me. Yeah, maybe 15. So if we're lucky, we might turn up and he's still set up and then he can lift our boxes. He's a nice enough bloke. We do get on, me and him. We do chat occasionally. You know, if we're past each other on the road or whatever, we'll flash and toot and yeah. We'll see. Anyway, I shall crack on with the journey and I'll get back to you in a bit. Right, so you rejoin me at halfway up the, well I say halfway, up the A10. We're just coming off for the Hoddesdon turn off. We're just a smidgen over 2 miles from the job. So far, I haven't seen the other lorry coming back. So, unless he's headed, unless he's gone further north, it means he's still on site. If luck is on our side, he will be able to tip us.
Take the exit, A1170, Denham Road.
So keep your fingers crossed that we don't see him. It'll be, well, his truck actually looks very similar to mine. In fact, I actually think it was built in the same place as mine. It's a Max truck. So it'd be a plain white, well, it'd be a white DAF CF 8-wheel wagon and drag. And he's got a red bottom half of the cab, like bumper and wheel arch. It's red. So, if you spot him coming the opposite direction, you know I've got some work to do. And to be fair, it's only 9 o'clock now, and we have only got to do... This is our only actual job that's planned so far. But like I said this morning, I'm pretty sure he's going to get me to go... God, I've got hiccups. Sorry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to get me to go into Blackwall, or towards Blackwall Tunnel, and collect 1 or 2 to take back to the yard. Which is fine.
After 300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the first exit, Essex Road.
It's not exactly my biggest idea of fun, going into London, but if that's what it is, that's what it is. We'll have the rest of the day to do it.
And take the first exit.
Now, I definitely recognise this road. I've got a funny feeling I've been here before. There's a recycling centre around here. Don't know. I've definitely delivered something around here. We shall see. I actually didn't realise Hoddesdon had so much industry. So slow at pulling away when I got the trailer behind and 2 boxes on. Yeah, she takes a little while to get going.
After 300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the third exit.
My foot's planted to the floor.
Then turn right.
If I push any harder, I'd be Fred Flintstone in it. Oh, he's still there. He's still set up. I just see his Hiab.
Cross the roundabout and take the third exit, then
Right,
turn
I might not be able to get any lifting. If he's going to lift me off, then obviously I won't be able to get no footage. I'm not going to call someone else. So I shall get back to you in a couple of minutes.
Turn right at Martins Road.
Oh dear, that's getting warm out there now. A bit sweaty. So, I've just phoned the office. Firstly, I hope that footage come out decent. I've left myself, or created myself, loads of editing. Halfway through that time lapse, the camera, in fact, I would have shown you. I've just shut up. You see the camera fall down. I didn't realise, I don't know at the minute how much of the first time lapse actually got captured. Yeah, but the camera fell down. I carried on lifting without even noticing or realising what had happened. Obviously, when I'm busy doing jobs, the camera's the last thing on my mind. I place it where it's got to be, where I think it should be, and then that's it. Turn it on or start record, and then just forget about it. Oh, let's have a bit of aircon, shall we? Yeah, so you've probably seen very little bit of the first lift and then the whole of the second lift. So as I said this morning, that was my only job. Things have now changed. I just phoned the yard just to see where they want me to go, what they want me to do. And they said there's a 20 foot out of the yard to go to Cheshunt.
After 200 yards,
Now Hoddesdon, where I am now, to Cheshunt is about, well, 15 minutes at most. I think I could be there in about 10. But we got to go all the way back to the yard, drop a trailer.
and take the second exit.
I think it's only one. But anyway, all the way back to the yard, which is, it is only an hour. It is only 10 o'clock. But it's just frustrating to think I'm there and yet I've got to go all the way back to come back here again. Never mind. That's what they want done, that's what they want done. And to be totally honest with you, I'd rather come back this way to do a Cheshunt than to now go into Blackwall.
After 300 yards,
Yeah.
cross the roundabout
I didn't
and
fancy
take the
London.
second exit, A1170 Diddensley Road.
Although Cheshunt, is Cheshunt based as
The roundabout
London?
and take the second exit.
No, I think it's down as Hertfordshire. Yeah, it's got to be. We're not that far from London, though. Right, so I shall crack on with the drive back. Oh, before I say what I was about to say, this camera that faces me, I'm up here. Hello! I've managed to work out, or I've worked out how to stretch the picture a bit more so you don't just get a head, you actually get a bit more of me. Let me know what you think of that. It looks good at the minute. Obviously, as I say this, I haven't seen the edit yet, or what I can do with it, but in my mind, if it works out how it is in my mind, it's going to look decent. Yeah. So, as I was about to say, before I rudely interrupted myself, I'm going to head on back to the yard, see where this box, if it's 1 or 2, drop trailer, whatever. I don't know if I mentioned this morning, I think I did. So, I got, let's put that on silent, because that drives me nuts. Yeah, I got a couple of the other truck driving YouTubers to send me over some footage or a couple of video clips, basically just talking about this whole virus that we've just been going through, or still going through, just to get a better idea and bigger picture of how it's affecting other people. I'll talk about my feelings later on in the vlog. But firstly, I'll leave you with Andy, Trucker Andy. I'm sure you already know of him. If you don't, well, take a look at this. I don't need to promote him. He's good enough at promoting himself. I'll leave you with that now, and I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you very much, Will. Hello everybody, my name is Andy, or Trucker Andy as I'm also known on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Links down below in the description if you want to find my channel. Sorry Will, I couldn't resist it. I've got to do myself, promotion when I'm on somebody else's channel, haven't I? Will kindly invited me along onto his channel to discuss COVID-19 and how it's affecting my life and my family and stuff, and my working environment. So thank you very much for that, Will, which is really appreciated. Thank you for thinking about me and wanting to get me involved. I'll start off by talking a bit about my family. I'm married with a 6-year-old son called William. My wife, she's a holistic therapist, which basically means she does massage, aromatherapy, stuff like this. And because of COVID-19 and her job being very hands-on, she's had to stop working for the time being. She's looking into getting the government grant, but we still haven't got that at the minute. So at the moment we are half a wage down because of her having to stay at home and not work. My son, who was going to school because of myself being a key worker, is now being homeschooled. My wife thought, well, if there's a risk of infection or between people, then we'll try and cut that out completely, so she's not waiting outside the school mixing with parents, and stuff like that. So and she's got an underlying health condition as well, so she's just got to be that tiny bit more careful. Nothing too drastic, but just she's just got to be a bit more careful because she's prone to infections and things. So he's now being homeschooled, and they are both driving each other up the wall. Obviously they've got to stay in the house pretty much 24/7, and William, of course, doesn't want to learn at home. His home is his play area. It's completely different. So he kicks off sometimes when it comes to learning at home and stuff. He's finding it very difficult. He's missing his nana and granddads and things, and his friends. I mean, the other night he actually started crying because he's missing his friends at school, which was quite touching really, and quite upsetting, that it's affecting kids like that. But he understands why. He's got a lot of common sense about him. He understands why we've got to do it, what's going on, so he's a good lad. And he is trying, but it's very hard for him. And like I say, it's very hard on the wife as well, having to run a home and look after him, teach his school lessons and stuff, which seems to be getting more and more every day that they're sending through, which is understandable. They want to try and keep them up to date as much as they can. So yeah, it's very difficult for them. For myself, work-wise, I've been quite lucky really, to be honest with you. Our firm has luckily so far not had to furlough anybody. Our company as a whole has 3 sort of main key areas. We've got the pallet network side of things. We've got the same day or full loads, which is what I'm on. And we also have a section where we do have 3 trucks dedicated to a local supermarket company, where we do deliveries to stores, mainly around Norfolk, that sort of area. And we do that daily. That's 2 Arctics and a Rigid. When this all kicked off, initially the pallet network thing started dying down. But luckily, my bosses had the foresight to get in touch with the supermarket company, and we've actually now had our contract upped, and now we're running something like, I think it's about 15 vehicles or more, and that's every day. So that's really helped. Luckily the pallet network stuff hasn't died down enough to be a concern. And with our same day side, we do a lot of deliveries of food stuff and hygiene and healthcare stuff. So our work, it's not died down, but it's shifted focus. So some of the things that we would do, we're now not, but we're doing more of the healthcare, hygiene and that side of the industry. So we've not really seen a drop in work. The good thing with having the supermarket work was that at the minute it's just agency drivers coming in to do it, because all of our drivers are currently working. There's the odd few that have self-isolated, but their load has been able to be shifted onto somebody else's. But the idea is if our workload drops down that much, we can then transfer onto the supermarket work. So really, really good that the company have had that foresight to actually have that in place for us to move on to, So from a personal point of view, my hours have not changed at all. In fact, I've got slightly more hours. So that is helping us out with the financial loss of my wife not working anymore. The worry for me is I'm mingling with quite a few people every day, as I'm sure a lot of you drivers and healthcare workers and shop workers, etc., who watch Will's channel will appreciate. You know, we are still having to go out and have contact with customers, you know, and sometimes the social distancing just can't be avoided. You know, it's one of them sort of things. You do your best to do it, and you're constantly washing your hands where you can, you know, stuff like that, but it just can't be avoided. And so one of the main worries I've got is maybe getting COVID-19 and taking it home to the wife, which is definitely not what I want to be doing. We've separated all contact with grandparents and people like that, so all we do at night time is my wife video chats with her mum and dad, and I ring my mum and dad up once every couple of days, just to sort of touch base, really, just to see how everyone is doing and stuff like that. So basically that's how COVID-19's affected us. The scary thing is not knowing how long it's going to last for, personally speaking. We're doing fairly good finance wise. Luckily we had some savings, and we had a holiday cancelled not long into COVID, so we got the money back for that, which has really helped. But yeah, we're ticking over alright at the minute, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's how I'm dealing with COVID-19. I hope that answers all your questions, what you had, Will, you know, and anybody else. You know, it's a difficult one to talk about because it's affecting so many people in so many different ways. There's nobody that's affected. There's no set fast thing that everyone's affected the same way. So you know, it's difficult to talk about in that respect, because we're lucky in the fact that we've got my salary and that we are making enough to be able to live still. But I know there's plenty of people out there, plenty of drivers out there and stuff like that, who have had to be furloughed, so running on 80%, or their businesses have closed down because they just can't afford to do it. And there's a lot, and it is unprecedented, the actual amount of change that's happened in this country over the last 6 weeks. Well, call it 7-8 weeks actually, I think, all told. It's something like from a movie, isn't it, really? Can't quite believe it. But yeah, I could ramble on forever, as people who watch my channel do know. So remember, links in the description below. But no, once again, thank you very much for inviting me along, Will. It is really appreciated. I hope that's what you're after. I really do. And stay safe, wash those hands, and look after each other. So I shall see you all soon.
See, what did I say? 7 minutes, 8 minutes, however long that is, and he managed to promote himself twice. Not only YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever else he's on. Nice one, Andy. Nicely done. Yeah, so quite some interesting things that Andy's just said. Yeah. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. I feel for everybody at the minute that's, well, everybody, that's it, full stop. I feel for everyone. It's a horrible thing we're going through. It's not nice. I really feel for the people that have lost friends, family. I haven't experienced that myself, but I know there's a hell of a lot of people that sadly have lost their life or whatever through this. Now, there was a little comment, or I've heard a few people commenting about being furloughed or not working, whatever, not being a key worker. In fact, we'll talk about that in a second. I'll leave you with Sam K. He's got a few words to say. The guy's an absolute nutter, as you're about to see. Again, I'm sure you've heard of him. He's hit it big time on YouTube, well, all social media platforms throughout the board. I think he's at like 10 million followers now. As you well probably know, I have to press record on my cameras myself. I have to then go home, spend 3 hours editing it all. That's just for a half hour, 40-minute video. Takes me good, at least 2.5 hours now per video. The longest one's taken me so far is 4. But the likes of Sam K, oh no, he don't have to do nothing. He has a whole TV production crew following him around all day with their big, you know, the big ones that sit on your shoulder, recording him, and then they go and do their clever magic-y stuff, whatever they do with it. Yeah, fair play to you, mate. You've done really well for yourself. I'm not jealous in the slightest, honest. Yeah, so as I say, I'll leave you with him now. He's only got a little bit to say, and then we'll talk about it in a minute. I'll speak to you in a bit.
Hello fans of Trucker Will. If you don't know who I am, I'm Sam K. After speaking to Trucker Will, he has asked me to say a couple of things of how the coronavirus and lockdown has affected me. Sure. I've done nothing. I was put onto furlough on the 1st of April. And in that time I've done 4 days work. Volunteer work. So I haven't been breaking any furlough rules. And apart from that time, I've been following the rules, staying at home. And for a person who's all the jobs they've had since leaving school has involved being on the move, even when I used to work in IT. I used to drive about all the time because I'll be working for a hotel chain. So yeah, it's been a bit of a culture shock. I don't know how unemployed people live like this. It has certainly affected my mental health. I've been thinking about things that you probably shouldn't think about. But that is nothing compared to the key workers and the NHS staff who are out there still fighting the good fight. And I applaud you. Well done. Spot on. So yeah, basically all I can say from this is stay at home, follow the rules, don't be an idiot, and we can get out of this and back down the pub as soon as we can, okay? Anyway, bye!
See what I mean? Absolute plonker of a man. In a nice way. Yeah, both of them people, Trucker Andy, Sam K, I do follow both of their channels really well. Absolutely love their content, the pair of them. Yeah, it's really good. Love watching it. Even though Sam K's only a Class 2 driver, bless him. That's no offence to any other Class 2 drivers. In fairness, I'm technically driving a rigid. Okay, I got a trailer behind it, but I'm driving a rigid. As I get reminded quite a lot, a wagon and drag is just a rigid with a trailer. It's not an Arctic. So, as Sam said, being on furlough, his words were, I've done nothing. I get the impression from that, and I know I've heard it from other people as well, that just because you're furloughed or not necessarily delivering goods doesn't mean you're not doing your bit. It doesn't matter what you do or don't do. In fact, by doing nothing, you've actually done everything. You've not gone out, you're slowing down the rate of the spread of the virus. Yeah, you're protecting yourselves, your family, your friends, and the NHS. So, massive respect to everybody. And this whole clapping on a Thursday for the NHS I'm all for that, but at the same time, and the NHS have done an amazing job. I couldn't, personally, I know I couldn't do that. I couldn't be that front line with all this going on. I just wouldn't be able to. I think I'd end up with a mental breakdown of, you know, worrying about too much. You know, what you're going to take home, what you're going to catch, that sort of stuff. So fair play to them. But there's a much bigger picture. There's more. There's a lot of other important people than just the NHS. You know, you've got the fire crews, the police force, shop workers. You know, people that are going into work and sitting behind a till, scanning our food shopping each week. Would I want to be like that? Mixing with hundreds and hundreds of people in a day? No, I wouldn't. Certainly not for the money that they get. So, on a Thursday, whoa, oh, they stopped a bit sharp then. Yeah, so on a Thursday, when everyone's clapping, I'm clapping, but I'm clapping for the whole nation. Everybody, like I say, no matter what you've done, whether you've done nothing, even if you've done nothing, you've done everything. Right, so that's that boring stuff over and done with. Not boring, but, you know, you come here to watch truck driving, didn't you? Or you come here to watch this plonker? I don't know. What do you come here for? Do you know, I sometimes wonder why people actually watch my vlogs. When I watch them back myself, I think, really, did I really do that? Did I really say that? Or, God, this is boring. The trouble with truck driving is it's very much an up and down job. And no matter which driver you speak to, if they're honest, they'll give you the exact same answer. Yes, most of the time, I feel like I'm living the dream as such. But you can go from living the dream to having an absolute nightmare of a day in an instant. So far today, I'm having an excellent day and I'm loving it. Okay, I'm not punching up the motorway as far as I would have liked to. As far as I'm concerned, the further I go, the better it is. But the sun's shining. It was a nice, easy job. We met up with another guy, another Hiab driver. Oh, I didn't mention that. When I jumped out the truck just now to go and do that delivery, he obviously, as you've seen, he didn't tip me. There wasn't enough room to get side by side, but we did. It's right, phones over there. Got the curtain across a little bit. Yeah, I jumped out the truck, run over, give him a hand with chaining up and levelling the boxes and whatever else. Did I have to? No, of course I didn't. The guy don't even work for the same company as me. Oh, hello. Who's they, Nick? Yeah, no, sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, the guy don't even work for the same company as me. But why would you just, he's doing the same job as me. He's a human being the same as me. Why wouldn't you just go and help? Plus, there may be a day when I'm on site or a breakdown, I have a blowout, something happens to me or the truck out on the motorway, and he's coming past. Me helping him just now will be in his mind. And I'd put money on it that he would stop to give me help or help me out, give me a hand, check I'm okay. Because of what we done today by helping him. He didn't take no more extra time out of my day. In fact, it made my day a bit quicker because we went and helped. Otherwise, it'd have been another 3 or 4, maybe 5 minutes doing the job on his own. We would have waited. We had to wait till he was finished, so why not just help? Now that heavy haulage, now that's a job I wouldn't mind trying. That's some motor, that. Yeah, it's not massively blinged up and it's not a Scania, it's only an MAN. But that thing is going to be pulling some serious loads, some serious weight. Right, I should get back to the yard, go and see what's going on. I might even have a break when I get there. I'll catch up with you when we leave the yard then. See you in a bit. Right, let's that one on. I haven't actually put the postcode in yet. Do you reckon it would help if I done that? Pothole central, this area, or this road. EN7. Right. Oh, it's literally like a minute off the M25. That'd do me. So we've got half a tank of diesel, just over half a tank of AdBlue, so AdBlue will be fine. Diesel will get us up there and back. We'll fill up on the way back to the yard tonight. That'll give us a full tank for tomorrow. It's Tuesday today. I did actually do a whole vlog yesterday. Yeah, but little did I realise, it wasn't until I got home. I don't always check footage throughout the day. Sometimes I do, but not very often. Yeah, yesterday I hadn't bothered. I got home, I downloaded or uploaded all of the footage across to the laptop. started editing, only to realise the audio was absolutely shocking. I mean, you could hear what I was saying, but there was just so much wind noise and God knows what. Basically, I tried to mount the mic. I don't know if you can see with how I've done this clip, but I normally attach the mic to the seatbelt. Well, I keep getting tangled up. I forget it's there. Take the seatbelt off, and as I go to jump out of the truck, I strangle myself with it. So I tried mounting it actually in the lorry, in the cab, so it just stays there permanently in one position. Yeah, it didn't work. As I say, it's just loads of wind noise and that was rubbish. Right, hopefully we can get some more lifting footage up at this one. It's been a good day so far for content. See how we get on, and I'll speak to you in a bit. I'm going to stop at the shop and grab a drink. It's getting warm. Yes, I'll see you in a bit, guys. Right, so you rejoined me. I've literally just come off the A10. Sorry, just come off the M25 onto the A10. Now I've got a note on the paperwork to say give the customer a call half hour before I arrive. I rang him when I was 45 minutes out, and he said I'd have to give you a different address, somewhere to meet me. It's really tricky to get in there. Not looking forward to this one. So we're going to meet him up the road, literally just up the road here. And yeah, I'm following him in. One or two things is going to happen here. Either I'll follow the correct bloke, or I'll do a Scott Andrews and just follow some random car to the wrong place. We do it properly. We'll follow the right one. I've seen how that ends up. Anyway, I'll update you once we're... Yeah, I'll drive to the meeting point and then I'll get back to you. Oh, hello. So we are following the right person, or the right van. But it's looking dodgier and dodgier. Is that even a word? Dodgier? I don't know. It is now. Yes, I know. Smoking. In fairness, it's the first time ever in all of my videos. All them branches bashing the top of the cab. I don't like that sound. You wouldn't have come here on your own. You'd have questioned it a long time ago. Indicate somewhere, please, mate. I know where I'm going. Oh, another branch. Oh. But we've arrived. Well, I think it's a private road actually. I hope we can turn around at the bottom. You wouldn't want to come down here when it's snowy and icy. I don't know if you can hear them branches, but some of them are banging hard, and I'm not going fast, as you can see. 12, 13 miles an hour, that's all. I think at some point I'm going to have to get up and polish that roof. Get rid of some of them scratches. They're low. Right, I should go and get set up. I'll get back to you in a minute. And that's another job done. Firstly, let me catch my breath. Yeah, firstly, sorry I didn't get no footage there. I'll explain what went on. In fact, I did take a picture, so I'll put the picture up here now, and then I explain what happened. So where that picture's being taken from, I'm standing smack bang in the middle of where the container needs to be. The photo doesn't really do it any justice, but the gradient on that hill is it's a lot steeper than it looks on that picture there. And it was really, well, it's just gravel. Now all the weight's on the front of my truck. There's not really a lot on the drive wheels at all, next to nothing. My concern was if I'd have backed in down there, that trying to get back out again, certainly being empty with nothing on the bed, the wheels had just spun, and yeah, I'd have been stuck. Now they did have a 360 machine that, yes, they probably could have pulled me out with that, but why go getting yourself stuck? If they've got a 360, use it for something better than pulling a lorry out. So what I'd done, I set up from that spot that you just see in the picture. Oh, how am I going to get these gates open? There's not really anywhere I can go. We've reached a stalemate. So I forgot to ask for the code for the gate. To be fair, I didn't notice them even put a code into the gate on the way in. Hold on. Yeah, so I was just sat there like, what do I do now? Tried ringing the guy, no answer. As luck would have it, he texted me through the code whilst I was sat there. Happy days. Now I've just got to try and remember my way out of here. Worst case scenario, I recorded the way in so I can just watch the footage back and find my way back out. Hello?
Hello mate, I texted you the code, sorry, I was on the phone and I realised what you wanted.
Yeah, no, it's alright, I've sorted it. Sorry, mate.
Yeah. Alright, cheers mate. Thank you.
Cheers, bye bye. Oh, what's going on here? Everything's coded around here. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, so I basically set up from where I am in that picture. Just boomed out as far as I could, which, it got it, I was about 3 foot short, that was all. And then left my chains on it, used their 360 machine, but with my chains, just to put it in the last little bit. It makes more sense than going and get yourself stuck and whatever, or risk getting stuck. There's a possibility I wouldn't have done, but I don't know. I've just spotted a really nice looking camping and caravanning site just there. I was just looking to see if I could see there. The site itself looked really nice. My dad does a lot of caravanning, but he's a bit... The one thing he looks for is how clean are the toilets and showers. He does like a posh toilet and shower. No, I'm in that, I suppose. Does this take you over the M25 or the A10? M25. Right, I need to pull over, give the office a ring, see what they want me doing now. I'll get back to you in a minute, let you know what's going on now. Ah, did I turn left or right into it? I think I turned right. I'm such a nosy bugger. There's a lot of people with cameras outside the cemetery. Oh, it's not, it's Tottenham Hotspurs. Tottenham football ground. Well, I never knew that was there, I'll be honest. I actually never been this way before in my life. Not a clue. I'm starting to wonder if I've actually come the right way. Yeah, so I've just got a phone to the office. It's 1:25 now. I honestly thought he was going to give me yet again another job, but he didn't. He said, come back to the yard, grab the trailer, hook up to the bloody trailer again. No problem with pulling the trailer, but it gets a bit annoying, a bit frustrating. Drop it, pick it up, drop it, pick it up, drop it, pick it up. Oh well. Now for some reason, the old sat-nav wants me to go that way, down in that residential. I don't think so. Left at the lights, onto the A10, straight onto the M25. Yes, we're going to hook up to the trailer. I'm going to go and load out of a company which is 2 yards down from my yard. Ready for tomorrow. No idea what I got, where I'm going. But based on where I'm loading out of, I'm assuming it's a building site. We shall see. So I think I'll end the vlog here. I think it could be working out quite a long one for a change. Gives me loads of editing to do. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, that's fine. But then, if you haven't, why have you made it to the end? Yeah, so I should crack on with the drive back to the yard. Everyone look after yourself, keep safe, keep happy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.